10 minutes after the top of the hour, quick shout out to our sponsor, First Northern Bank and Trust. Your community, their commitment. You can sign up for Apple Pay securely at your fingertips. Easy, convenient purchasing on your iPad, your iPhone device. They can get you all hooked up for that. Check these guys out at 1stnorthernbank.com. Or you can give them a call at 1-800-344-2274. So I'm excited to have one of my besties back on the show again. This gal's been on a couple of times. She's a mover and a shaker when it comes to the industry of country music. She's got a great voice, lots of beefy tone in her voice, and we're always glad to have a repeat artist back on board. But this one, a little bit closer to my heart. a little Miss Morgan Riley action happening today. Hey, Morgan, how are you?
Hey, Casey, I'm doing great. Thank you for having me back on your show. It's always a fun time.
Yeah, I'm so excited to have you back. I mean, you have just been blooming as an artist over the last couple of years, doing some exciting things and, just staying true to yourself, too, which is awesome. But I was hoping you could just kind of backtrack just for a second. I know we do this every time, just to kind of give people who may not know who you are quite yet out there a little bit about you and how you got into where you're at. I mean, you're putting out some really great stuff. You've already had an album out. You're putting out some more new music, but how does it all come together for you, Morgan?
So, it was really cool. I'm originally from Maryland, and I started out singing any chance I could get, weddings, anniversaries, even funerals, as sad as that is. But then I found a local recording studio. I moved to New York City just to kind of ballpark everything. Was in a pop R&B group, but decided that I wanted to go true to my roots, which is country. So I moved to South Carolina, and I made the Pride of Carolinas, which was like an audition. Kind of started off my music career, and with Koch and Sony New York, and then that led to my career in Nashville, which we started doing country music, and we recorded the first album, Collage, and we got a lot of success with Collage. Rowdy Shoutin' Cowboys was the first radio single, and that was always a fun song, so the country rap song. And we have different genres on the album Collage, and I've been in the studio making a new album, which is fixing to come out really soon. And we have just released the brand new song from the upcoming album, and exciting things are happening with that track. So it's been a fun ride, but a lot of hard work.
Yeah. I'm sure it's been keeping you on your toes and keeping you busy. And then you're trying to throw in life too. Recently, you're a new bride from just a little while ago. So congratulations on that. I'm sure that's exciting as well.
Thank you. Yes, I have a great husband. He's very supportive in the music business, and he stays home and watches the dogs when I have to leave. That's very important.
Takes care of the fur babies. That's always a good thing.
Yeah, because they're a handful.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty cool. I mean, that's awesome that you can continue to have that support. I know you had a lot of support from, your family as well. Your mom and dad supported you, and now it's you're growing up, and to have the support of more family members, including husbands and all that is always great, and it helps you stay focused and do what you need to do and not worry about some of that kind of stuff. So you have the support there, which is also good, because I'm sure it's a long haul and there's a lot of work involved, and times where you're just second guessing yourself maybe every once in a while.
Oh, it's a lot. There's a lot of different paths and stuff that you take, and you're like, is this the right path? Is this going to be the right song to release? So there's a lot of questions and a lot of, I just, live based on faith and, pray about it and just kind of hope that the Lord guides me through everything, and, somehow I come out on top, so it all works out.
Well, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. Now, Morgan, you mentioned about Collage. You had some great music out on that. One of the last couple of times we talked, Rowdy Shoutin' Cowboy was doing really, really well. That's just a great song. You did a video for that. Is that something that people are still wanting to hear out there when you're out there performing?
Oh, yeah. That's like one of the go-to songs. Everyone's like, when are you going to play Rowdy Shoutin' Cowboys? So people just love it. It's a fun party song, and you can always see the crowd putting their hands up on the what's up part, so it's really cool to see them singing along to that. But yeah, actually, I don't know if Rowdy's going to be done. We may release Rowdy in the future because it's just a great song, and who knows, we may do put another artist on it.
Oh, cool.
Time.
That's cool. That's awesome. It's considering that people love it anyway, so you already have the following for it,
Yeah, exactly. So it's just a great song, and I think that it would be nice to redo it again because I was very, very new right when I first released that song, and now that I have more traction and more fans, I think we may re-release it again sometime in the future, possibly.
I like the fact that you have the dance video on your website so people can learn the dance that you guys are doing in the video. That's pretty awesome.
Oh yeah, that was really fun. Kevin Andrews, he's a great videographer, and he was just a choreographer. Yeah, maybe I'm not awake, Casey. No, but he is an awesome choreographer. I enjoyed working with him a lot, and he taught me those moves, and I literally practiced them for a week and came back, and we did the video, so it was really awesome.
That's kind of cool. So if you're a Morgan Riley fan and you like the Rowdy Shouting Cowboys and you want to do it in front of her while she's performing, there are some learn videos on her website at morganrileycountry.com. Make sure you check that out, of course, with all of her other stuff she has going on, some of the other official videos, Don't Ask Me and Down South and that. Now, you mentioned about some new music. I think we need to chat a little bit about that because you've got some interesting things going on with a song that you have out right now that is going to be on the new album.
Yes, this one is a country duet, and I teamed up with a local artist, Trenton Eatriss, here in South Carolina, and we just loved it. We are getting really great feedback on this song. We just made Billboard top single sales at number 27 on this song. It's my very first Billboard.
Wow.
Ever.
Congratulations.
So that was exciting. And then the video just got over 100,000 views literally this week.
Wow.
So that's also an exciting thing, too. You can check that out on the website as well.
Mm-hmm.
And also for Great Minds Drink Alike, it's on sale right now. We're still pre-ordering it because there may be like a surprise with it later with a future version of it, which I can't give it all away. But you just got to keep checking with the website, morganrileycountry.com, to find out more information on that when it's available. But you can purchase Great Minds Drink Alike now, and it's half off right now on the website as well. So, and when you purchase that, you get a free song as well. So it's like 2 songs for 49 cents. Can't beat that, right?
No, yeah, you can't beat that. Now, the place to get the deal, though, is only through your website. Do you have these songs out on other electronic medias?
The new songs, no, because we are doing the pre-order sales right now, and we're tracking it for promotional purposes.
Okay.
But it will be on iTunes and Amazon and Spotify and all that stuff.
Okay.
Once we finish the promotion of the single. But right now, it's on my website, and it takes you to skytonerecords.com, which is my label in Nashville.
Mm-hmm.
And you can buy it there for 49 cents.
Okay. All right. Well, now, you had a couple different versions of the Great Minds Drink Alike, but the one we're going to listen to is the one with Trent, right?
Trenton Eatriss. Yes, we originally recorded this song. Actually, it was just, they were trying to find, the writers on the song is Nita Graves and Frank Green, and they were trying to find another artist for me to team up with. So they tried Les McDaniel, but due to conflict and scheduling, and he couldn't do the video and all that stuff and market the song. So we found a new singer, Trenton Eatriss, who definitely looks the part and has a really awesome, soulful voice. And
Great.
So we used him, and that's that version, yes.
All right. Well, we're going to play that version coming up right after the break. We have to pay some bills. Morgan, can you hang in there a little bit?
I can. Whatever you want, BFF.
Awesome. I like it. Double thumbs up, girlfriend. All right. We're going to be back with more Morgan Riley, her tune, her latest single that's out there. Now keep in mind, you can find this on her website at morganrileycountry.com. country.com. Now, if you order this song through her website, you'll also get a surprise tune that comes along with it. We'll be talking about that coming up in just a bit. More with Morgan Riley and her latest single, a little something called Great Minds Drink Alike, coming up right now. And there you go, right here on Penn's Peak Radio. And Morgan Riley's latest single, you just heard it back there, a little something called Great Minds Drink Alike. Morgan, how did you come up with this song? Now, you didn't write this song. This is a song that you picked to perform. How did it speak to you? Why did you think this was going to be something that was going to work well for you?
Well, some of our Nashville writing teams that we kind of write with, Nita Graves and Frank Green, they had chosen this song, and I just thought it was so catchy. I just thought listening to it is something that I wanted to hear again. And then I heard the demo singer on it, and I was like, I think this would be great for my voice because it's a different kind of something that I don't really sing usually. I'm more of a soprano, and this is more of like a sultry kind of alto thing. And I thought it would be nice to give it a different version.
Mm-hmm. And when you're picking your songs now, you have a new album that's going to be coming out. It's not all solidified quite yet. Do you know how many songs are going to be on it?
Well, we've written several songs, but it's probably looking at like it could be 12. I mean, we just keep writing, but we're not sure if we're just gonna. We may release a few singles before we do the full album. Sorry, I got a tickle in my throat.
That's okay.
I was like, but yeah, we are probably gonna. It's a singles market nowadays, so we plan on releasing a few singles and then being able to release the full album where everyone can buy the album with all the singles on it that we released.
Okay, that's awesome. And so you have a couple of new songs coming out. Now, this one you are performing out and about. What's the reaction to this one?
Oh, wow. People are loving it. Trenton can't come to all the shows, but when he shows up, it's kind of like a special thing. So when he's there, we perform this song, and people come to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not something they can hear all the time at the shows until we get Trenton full time.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've been getting some feedback on this on your social medias, people being able to relate, to it. Are they going, hey, that's like my life? Are you finding that people are being able to relate to it?
Yeah, I've had several comments of people saying like, oh, that's my life right now. Because not everyone has the perfect relationship, and sometimes people go through breakups, and that's kind of what that song's about. They're both being broken up with, and it's almost like, what if that was happening? They're kind of creating like an imaginary scene. If you watch the video, you can kind of get a little bit more about what it's like, but the whole point is just to kind of show the people watching that this is what they're imagining in their minds. It's not actually physically happening. So it's kind of like dreaming a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
everyone needs that.
Yeah.
Brings a little happiness to your life.
Yeah. Especially if you're in a situation like that where you're just thinking, I wish it was better. I want it to be better. And, obviously when you're thinking those things, other options might make it better. And if you are sitting at a bar and there's a cute guy sitting there, it's like, ooh, what would it be like with that guy?
Especially when you just got your heart broken.
Yeah, yeah.
And
you're
everyone goes through heartbreak.
Mm-hmm.
So I went through a lot of heartbreak before I finally found my husband. I think that's why I can relate to that song so much, is because I went through a lot of heartbreak, and finally I just gave it to the Lord and said, God, bring me a good man. And then 2 months later I met him.
Mm-hmm. Aw, that's so sweet. That's awesome. I hope it works out like that for everybody. Aw. But you've been struggling for this. You've been working for, this, and I think you're doing the right thing. You're not kind of rushing into stuff. You're really kind of being smart about some stuff. And I think that's really, really important. If you saw somebody, coming up through the way you came up, and not being, handed it to them, there's ways, you get on some of these shows, and next thing you know, it kind of is a fast whirlwind. But you worked hard at it. You've been niching at it one day at a time, week at a time, 1 month at a time. What kind of advice do you think you would give someone if you saw someone who was you a couple years ago? What do you think would be some of the most important things that artist needs to know to get to where you're at and to continue to progress?
Well, one of the things that I would say to them is actually, I heard this quote from Frank Green, my label, but it's very true. I would say the opposite of success isn't failure, it's quitting. So I know you have to go through many trials and tribulations before you get to where you want to be, and I'm still not even where I want to be yet. It's still a long road ahead, but I'm just happy that I've gotten this far and I didn't quit because, a few years back, I remember thinking, oh, am I still doing this? Should I do this? And then all these things started happening for me. So, because I didn't give up. You work hard and you just keep looking ahead and keep trying to find as many opportunities as you can find, and don't wait for it to fall in your lap. To actually go out and try to work for it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And just kind of believe in what you're doing and know that, you're there for a reason and you got to keep fighting for that. You know what I mean?
Yep. If you believe that, you have the talent, you have what it takes, and you want to do it, it's the desire of your heart, then I say definitely go for it. I mean, before I even found a record deal in Nashville, I was like, okay, how to get a record deal. I Googled it.
Nice.
And then I found the site musicxray.com, and that's when I submitted my stuff to Skytone. So it's like, you have to go out there and look. There's so many media outlets that you can find to try to find information, building your fan base and everything else. So that's kind of what I'm doing right now, is just continue to build my fan base and keep booking more shows and, have fun while I'm writing and recording and stuff.
Now, speaking of your fan base, you have multiple ways that people can reach out to you and find you. You want to give us some of those? I mean, the Facebook or whatever. I mean, you've got a reach there. So how can people find you? What's the best way, Morgan?
Well, if they go to my website, it connects to all my social media pages. My website's www.morganreillycountry.com, and that's R-I-L-E-Y. A lot of people spell it R-E-I-L-E-Y. And you can also connect to my Facebook, which is Morgan Riley Country, and my Twitter, which is Morgan R Country. My Instagram, which is Morgan Riley Country Music. So like I said, it's easier just to go to the website, morganreillycountry.com, to get all of them right then and there, and it takes you to the music videos and everywhere you need to go.
Awesome. Now, we talked about a little bit about a couple more songs, and you have another one that is actually a bonus track that people can get if they go to your website and buy Great Minds. You want to tell us a little bit about this next song?
Yes, this is a slow ballad song, but I just absolutely love it. I mean, it really just shows off my voice. And I was in the studio one day. I was actually taking a nap while Frank was mixing the record and doing whatever he does engineer-wise. And I don't know what it was. I don't know if I dreamt the song or what, but I woke up and immediately had this song in my head. And I just started writing it down, and I had the melody and stuff. And then I gave it to Frank, and we made it into what it is now. And this is the bonus track, I'm Not Over You. And if you buy the 49-cent download of Great Minds Think Alike, you get this one for free.
Oh, so this is self-penned by you. That's interesting. That's nice.
Yeah, this one, I mean, I write most of my songs, except for, like I said, Great Minds Drink Alike. That just happened to fall in my lap. But most of the ones I write with Frank Green in Nashville. And we actually branched out and wrote a couple with James Breedwell, who reached out to me, and we wrote a few songs which will be on the new album as well. So I'm excited about that.
Cool. That's really neat. So I'm looking forward to hearing this. I'm Not Over You, a dream tune come true, kind of. That's interesting.
Well, I'm Not Over You. It's kind of sad, but like I said, I've been through heartbreak before, so this is kind of what inspired that, and seeing other people go through it.
So we're going to play that, when we're all done and we say our goodbyes. But at the end of the show, you're well aware, Morgan, that I always like to play one more tune that reminds everybody that if they missed the interview and they missed your music earlier in the show, they can listen in on Sunday. The entire wall-to-wall country show gets recorded, played back on a Sunday morning. And at the end of my show, I like to play a little something extra from the artist if they have it. And you definitely do. Got some great tunes there. We have another one that we're going to play at the end of the show, a little something called Loose Change.
Yeah, that's funny. This song, how this one came about is it's almost like a kind of funk blues kind of song with a little country to it. But I had loose change in my pocket. I was on the way to Nashville, trying to get comfortable right when I got in the car, and I just picked up the change and kind of threw it in the ashtray, or not the ashtray, I don't smoke, in the cup holder. Mm-hmm. And immediately to my brain it went, oh my goodness, loose change is so insignificant. I'm just going to throw it away. I don't want to be treated like loose change. And that just made me think of writing a song about a guy treating a girl like loose change.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how my brain works, but it's just, and it's crazy because in the song she's kind of like head over heels for the guy, but she knows the guy's kind of playing her, and she wants to be his like only one. So that's kind of what that song's about.
And that's an interesting way to think about it. I mean, you think of loose change in the car, in your couch, those pennies that are a little bit annoying or whatever, and then you're turning it into this, and it's kind of neat to have that twist on that. And that's really cool. I can't do that kind of stuff. So that's really cool that you can look at that and twist it and give it a whole new perspective on things. I mean, are you doing this one out? I'm curious to know what the response is to that one.
Yeah, we do play this one a lot. Actually, people are they laugh when I tell them the story about how the song come about. I take a minute just to explain the song, and people, they're kind of shaking their head, getting into it and stuff, and we definitely get a good applause on this one as well. So I think people are liking it.
Okay.
It's a different kind of song. I think you have to listen to it more than once to really get what she's trying to say,
Uh-huh.
But it's very edgy and just kind of in-your-face kind of song. I don't know. I really liked it a lot. I brought it to Nashville that day, and we turned it into a song.
That's awesome. So we've got a couple more tunes we're going to play from you, Morgan, so we have I'm Not Over You coming up in just a bit, and then Loose Change at the end of the show. So you guys want to be listening for those songs. And I know you mentioned about the new album that's coming out. Can you give us any further tidbits, wink, wink, nudge, nudges of what Morgan Riley has planned for her fans? What things that they should be looking for, what they could be looking for. The best place to find out what you're up to in the days to come and the months to come for the end of 2017.
Yes. Well, the best place is definitely joining the fan club. It's free to join. It's right on my website, and I send out newsletters, kind of keeping the fans, abrupt to everything going on. But I will tell you that we're focusing on Great Minds Drink Alike, and on November 7th, we're releasing another version of Great Minds Drink Alike. And then after that, I'm not sure which one the next, but I have a feeling it would be probably one of the songs I wrote with James Breedwell and Frank Green.
Okay.
But again, the music business is so always changing, so I don't like to be that one. I like my word to be right.
Yeah, no, sure.
Until I know for sure. But you can expect new songs from me a lot coming the end of the year and beginning of next year for sure. Because it's already done. I've already done my part.
Okay, that's good. So yeah. Tour-wise, you're doing some stuff in North Carolina, South Carolina. Planning on spreading your wings out further than that, a little bit, maybe?
Yeah, we did a Florida show. We did the Florida State Fair last year. We did some Tennessee shows. We even went to Maryland, so that was fun. But this year, I think we're actually working on Louisiana and Oklahoma, around those areas.
Okay.
So we're trying to set that stuff up now, and for all next year.
Well, of course, if you're ever getting northeast, you know who to look up, right?
Of course. I didn't reach Pennsylvania yet, but, I did go to Maryland. So, hey, we'll eventually get farther along. And, hey, when we're there, I'll be like, Casey Parker, you're coming to a show, girl.
All right. Sounds like a fine plan. I mean, Maryland and PA, man, we're borders. We're on the border, baby. We're right there. Just a hop, skip, and a jump over that little line,
I know. You're right. So we're getting closer.
That sounds awesome. So I expect that's something also that's in the works, to get a bigger tour, a little bit more expansion for 2018 out there as well.
Yep, we're definitely working on stuff. Frank's actually been working with another company in California, which is helping with social media and all that other fun stuff, so as well as booking. So it's all in the works, and I'm just kind of working hard and letting it all just come into fruition.
All right. Well, that sounds like a fine plan. Anything else you want to throw out there to your friends, Morgan, before we get to this next tune and we cut you loose? I don't want to tie you up too much more, but anything else you want to throw out there for your fans, Morgan?
Well, I just want to say I really appreciate y'all, sticking with me through all these years and just being supportive of the music and helping my dream come alive. And again, I appreciate you, Casey, for bringing me back on Penn Peak Radio and your show, Wall to Wall Country. It's been a blast. So
awesome.
Always.
You're always welcome, my dear. And make sure you check this gal out, MorganRileyCountry.com. That is the hub of it all. If you're looking for the tentacles of the social medias and things along that line, if you go there, you'll be able to find everything. You'll also be able to purchase that download of Great Minds Drink Alike with Trenton Etris. Etris? Is that how you say his last name? Etris?
It's Trenton
Etris. Great Minds Drink Alike with Trenton Etris.
Yes.
There. I got it.
You got it. If you watch the video, you'll see us. We're drinking the same thing.
Okay. Order that. You can order that through her website. Get the bonus track, I'm Not Over You, which you guys are going to hear in just a minute. But make sure you check this all out. She's got her videos on there. She's got her tour on there. And some just great information of making sure that you know where she's at, what she's got going on, and looking forward to hearing more and more and more from this girl, writing her own music. She pens her own stuff. Just an all-around great artist, and I'm always honored to have her back on board. Looking forward to hearing more from you. Remember to keep that November 7th date in mind for another interesting edition of Great Minds Drink Alike with Morgan. I'll be looking forward to that. And then more music, more shows, and the compilation album coming out as soon as we can get some of that solidified. How's that all? Did I get it all right now, Morgan?
You're perfect.
Great.
You're my BFF.
That's right. Don't forget it. Well, Morgan, I love that you're back on. I'm going to let you do your thing or wherever you're off to next. I know you're a busy gal, but please keep in touch, and we'll be sure to let me know when some more of those songs get out there. We'll get them in rotation for you.
I will, definitely. Thank you so much, Casey. You have a wonderful day.
All right. You take care, my friend, as well, and looking forward to hearing from you soon.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
Okay. Bye-bye. Now, guys, don't go anywhere. We've got that song, I'm Not Over You, coming up right now. This is Morgan Riley with a little tune that she penned out of a dream. So give it a listen right here on PennsPeakRadio.com.